excited to talk to you guys today. I think I'm gonna do just like a little generic Q&A so people can get to know me even more, and then we'll just chit chat, talk about some things, Love Island of course, while I do my makeup. And today is Juneteenth and I'm going to a Juneteenth event, so I'm so excited for that. I have an event that I'm going to with my friend, and we're actually volunteering at the event, so that should be super fun. I am volunteering, or I signed up for a time slot of 6 to 11 or 6 to 10, and so I'm gonna be at like the cocktail station or something. I don't know, but it should be super fun. I'm so excited. I love celebrating my people, so it should be a good time. It should be a good time. Okay, so yeah, I'm just getting ready for that, and while I do that, we're just gonna chit chat and talk a little bit. And y'all know I got my fan going because I be hot, especially when I'm in here doing my makeup. It's just too much. Okay, so first we'll get started with the basics. I'm pretty sure that you guys all know this, but my name is Deanna. I am from Sacramento, California. That is where I grew up. That is where I was raised. That is where I was born. I do have a bachelor's degree, and I did go to school. I went to college in Sacramento as well. So when I left home, that was my first time like moving out of the state. So when I left to Arizona in 2023, that was my first time just kind of like taking a leap of faith and like betting on myself, and you know, just doing something that I wanted to do and leave home. So yeah, that was very interesting, like, because I just feel like Arizona is such a random place, you know, and I don't really know how much I like it here. Like when I first moved here, I used to cry like consistently because I didn't like it here, but now it's not horrible, but it's not like the best, you know, ever. So first we're gonna start off with foundation. I'm actually gonna do like a little cocktail here. I'm gonna use the Mary Phillips foundation and mix it with my House Labs. I already put on moisturizer, sunscreen, and primer. So we're just gonna go straight into the makeup. For moisturizer, I did use the Astora. And then for sunscreen, I did use the Innisfree. And then for primer, I used the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm in shade Universal. My tried and true. I really love that primer. It just never fails me. And I actually really love this Mary Phillips foundation too. It looked a little light, but you know, it's okay. Well, it'll come together. And right now it's basically, it is summer in Arizona basically, even though it's not technically summer like according to the calendar, but it's already pushing 100 degrees out here. My gosh, 100 degrees is crazy. But yeah, it should be a good day. Now I'm gonna go in with the House Labs. This is a shade that they don't sell anymore. This is super old. This is when she like first launched it, so she doesn't sell this. She doesn't sell this shade anymore. But it was shade 450, and it was too dark for me actually. So that's why I have like multiple. That's why I still have it, and I have 2 of these. I just feel like it's a little bit too warm on me, because I don't know why all black girls thought that they were a warm undertone. That was just like a black thing maybe, but we all thought we was a warm undertone at one point. But I'm definitely not a warm undertone. I'm a neutral undertone. So that's why I guess it just wasn't working out for me. So now I'm going in with this Say buffing brush, and I use this to buff out my foundation. This is such a good brush, by the way. I think I said that in my last video, but it just really is such a good brush. I wish the handle was a little bit longer, but I feel like it kind of gives you more control with it not being as long. But do really like it. Don't forget the neck. You don't want to be a floating head. Okay. So then I'm just gonna add the rest of this that's on my hand. Okay. So next question. What is our next question? I have a list of questions. So I already answered why I moved to Arizona. How old am I? So I'm 30 years old. My birthday is in July. And I am a Cancer. So I am a crybaby. I feel like Cancers have like the stigma of like being crybabies, but like we are crybabies, but we don't cry in front of people, or at least I don't. You know? Like, I don't like crying in front of people. I just feel like it's all just very dramatic. Please, cry in the comfort of your own home. Unless it is something to like be crying about. But like, if I'm just having like a bad day or something, the cry could wait till I get home. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Oh, what I just put on my face was the Too Faced, what is this called? Too Faced Melting Bronzing Stick. And this is one of my favorite bronzers. It's a cream bronzer, cream stick bronzer that it really does, the name really is like what it does. It melts into your skin. It blends out so seamlessly and so good. This is one of my favorite bronzers. I don't think I've ever used a bronzer that melts as good as this one. I would definitely rebuy this. And not too long ago, they released new shades, more shades of this bronzer. So just want to make sure we blend it. Then we're gonna do the side of the nose. I be blending out the side of my nose with a fat brush because I just feel like it's not that big of a deal. All right. So next question is, what's my comfort movie? Honestly, don't judge me for this, but my comfort movie is Hangover, the first one. Hangover is such a hilarious movie to me. I remember when they put it on Netflix not too long ago. It's gone now, but it was on Netflix for a little bit. I watched that movie every day until they took it off because it's just so hilarious to me. And a little fun fact about me is that I do like to collect DVDs. So I have a bunch of DVDs and I actually have it on DVD. Do y'all know what DVDs are? The kids, they don't be knowing stuff these days. But yeah, I have it on DVD and it is my favorite movie. Like, I could watch it at any point throughout the day for any reason and like know the words and then still laugh at the movie even though I already know what's gonna happen. I just love that movie. So the next question is, how long have I been into makeup? I did my makeup sometimes in high school, but it wasn't like to the extent of the way that I do my makeup now. But every once in a while, like, I would do my makeup in high school, but it wasn't consistent and I wasn't like really that into it. I was just doing stuff. But once I got to college, I met my friend Raya, and she used to do her makeup all the time, and so it kind of made me be like interested in doing makeup or like doing my own makeup, you know? So that was like around 2014, 2015. And then I just was watching YouTube, learning how to do my makeup. I literally went to YouTube University to learn how to do my makeup, and that's just how I learned, and I've just been doing it ever since. I love doing my makeup. I love trying new products. I love everything about makeup. It's just my favorite thing to do. I don't do my makeup every day, obviously, because that's just like a lot of work, but I do love doing my makeup. And so funny is that I actually don't like doing other people's makeup. I feel like people have too many request when it comes to like other people doing their makeup, and this is a dictatorship, so I'm gonna do what I want to do. And that's why I never wanted to be a makeup artist, and I never liked doing other people's makeup. Sometimes I do other people's makeup if I just want to play, and then sometimes I feel like it doesn't come out as good on them as it does on me, and I don't know, I just feel like it's just not something I like to do on other people, you know? Some people like can do things really good on themselves and on other people, and I'm just not one of those people. I feel like if I'm trying to do something good on someone else that I do on myself, that I do well on myself, it just comes out looking crazy every time. So, and I don't want nobody to be disappointed, so yeah, I just don't really do anybody's makeup. But I love talking about makeup, giving advice, tips on like what you should do or how you should do it. But you have to listen to me. Like if I give you advice and you don't listen, and then you coming to me saying that it's not working, well babe, you didn't do what I told you to do. So yeah, it all depends. It all depends. What is the next question? What is the last book I read? The last book I read was actually Miss Tina's memoir. That was a really good book, actually. It was super insightful to like her life and like what she has been through, and her marriage with Matthew. Like she didn't give like crazy details, but she gave enough. And Matthew should have got left years before he actually got freaking left. Like that man was a serial cheater, crazy. Like, oh my gosh, he needed to get left. Like I never felt bad for him to begin with, but he was kind of losing it a little bit. And I think, I don't know, like I don't like when people say that they have like an addiction to cheating, because it's really just a character flaw. Like you just have no loyalty to the person that you lay in bed with, and that is a character flaw. So just be single, you know? But men are so like crazy that they want to have somebody that they feel like is a constant in their life. They want to have their cake and eat it too a lot of the times, most of the time, pretty much all the time. And it just doesn't really work out like that, especially with women who like have self-respect and value themselves and know what they bring to the table. It just doesn't work out with men who like to overindulge and cheat on their wife or girlfriend or whatever the case is, you know? And I don't want to say all men are like that, because they're not, but there's a good amount that kind of ruin it for the rest of the bunch, you know? But anyways, that was off script. That was the last book I read. Was, what was the name of her book? Miss Tina? I don't know, but it was a good book. I bought that book actually, and I really liked it. Where's my foundation brush? I mean, concealer brush. Hello. So I'm gonna use the House Labs concealer brush. This is my favorite concealer brush. This and the It Cosmetics concealer brush, the airbrush brush, and the House Labs concealer brush. Favorites. They are just so good with blending out the concealer and just like kind of keeping it where you put it, you know? Especially the House Labs one. The House Labs one is tea. So when I do my concealer, I'm just gonna like move it up as I go. That's why I didn't put it directly under my eye. I feel like as you get older, obviously your skin starts to change, and you typically don't want to put anything directly under your eye, because then it just becomes like cakey. So that is like a little tip there, because it's just like you have better control of it when it's not directly under your eye to start. Obviously you're gonna move it up there, but to start, you don't want it directly under your eye. Like you see how this is starting down here? That's how you want it. Okay, the next question is, what did I want to be when I was little? When I was little, I actually had no idea what I wanted to do. Like, for a minute, I wanted to be a nurse. When I started my college career, because I used to always say I wanted to be a nurse. And also, I used to watch Grey's Anatomy, and at one point I said I wanted to be a fetal surgeon. Don't freaking ask why. That was crazy. But, yeah, when I started my college career and when I was in college, my initial major was nursing. And I don't know, I just realized that, like, I don't really like biology. And it's just not my strong suit, and I didn't want to take like the prerequisite classes that required me to be in nursing. So, and the nursing program at the school that I went was really competitive, so like it was really hard to get in even if you had good grades. So I was just like, you know what, we'll just change that, you know, like no biggie. I was not somebody who was like super hell-bent on going to college at first when I was in high school, but as I like was starting to finish high school, I did kind of get excited for going to college. I actually wanted to go to a HBCU, and I got accepted to a good amount of them, but I ended up not going because of the amount that it costs to go to school in another state. And I did grow up with a single mom, so it just really wasn't feasible, and it just made more sense for me to like not have student loan debt and just go to school in the city that in the city that I grew up in. I wouldn't say that that was the best choice I could have made, but it was the best choice at the time. I feel like if I ever have kids and it's a decision of like, am I gonna go to school out of state or not, I would probably push them to go to school out of state, because look at how long it took me to, you know, leave my hometown. So yeah, I think that if I had kids, I would definitely encourage them to go to school out of state instead of staying home with me, even though that's probably what I would want. I just wouldn't want to like hinder their experiences, you know, like as they grow up and become an adult. Like those are transformative years, so I just wouldn't want their transformative years to be stuck in the city that they grew up in, unless they grew up in a cool city like New York or something. I don't know. We don't know what the future holds, right? So yeah, now I'm gonna set my under eye real quick. I'm gonna set it with the Makeup Forever press powder. This is a really good powder to set your under eye. And then after you set it, you just want to go in with a loose powder. This part of your under eye is very crucial. Like setting your under eye is a crucial part. Setting it with a press powder is a crucial part to making it to where you don't have any creases, you know? And also having an under eye that is not dry, because you also don't want your under eyes to be dry, because then it's like the product just kind of like clings on to the dry skin and it just doesn't look good. I don't know what color blush I want to do today. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see. And I kind of am in a rush because I have to leave my house at 4:30. It's 4:01. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I get there when I get there. So let's see, what's the next question? Would I ever move to another state? I think I would. It depends on the reason and how much I like the state, you know? Like if I'm not going back home, it just depends. And I don't even want to move back to Sacramento. Is the craziest part. Like I have no desire to live there anymore. But I also have like no real desire to be in Arizona, you know? So I've been saying that like I want to move to LA, and that's just like where I want to be. I love LA. It's my favorite city. and I just love being there. And I feel like I love the city, and it's not too far from home. You know, it's drivable to where I'm from. It's like a 6-hour drive. But living in Arizona, I mean, you could drive to Sacramento. It's gonna take you like 12 hours. And so it's not really like realistic for me to drive back home. So obviously I fly, but I would like to be within driving distance of my family if I'm going to not be in Arizona, you know? This summer I am going to New York, and I'll probably do a vlog for that too, because I am just so excited to go there. I've never been there, but I've always wanted to go, and I'm just super excited to be there and like experience what it's like to be out there. You know, everybody loves New York. Everybody has nothing but good things to say about New York. Well, I take that back. Some people don't like New York. Some people think it's like too crowded. Actually, it's a good amount of people that I talk to that act like they don't like New York, but I think, me personally, I would like it. I'm a city girl. I love being in the city. I love being around, like, you know, community. And I understand that community would differ depending on what borough you're in New York. I feel like Brooklyn is one of the preferred boroughs when talking about community. But I don't know. I've never been there, so like, don't quote me. But I will be going there this summer, and I'm super, super excited about that. And it is a solo trip, so I just get to do whatever I want, go wherever I want, be on my time. And I'm also going there for a concert. I'm going to see Olivia Dean at Madison Square Garden, so it's just going to be a good time, you know? But to answer the question, yes, I would move to another state. It just has to be for a good reason if I'm going to be moving further away from my family than I already am, you know? So this is the Dior Jumbo Bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer. You guys have seen me use this in multiple videos. A bronzer that I want to try though is the Marc Jacobs bronzer, the new one. I heard that's tea. I want to try it so bad, because you guys know, if you're like my age or older, you know that Marc Jacobs used to have a beauty line, and he discontinued it in like 2016, 2017, something like that, 2018, something around that time. And I loved his lip glosses. He haven't come out with lip glosses yet, but he did come out with lip products, you know? But I cannot wait until he expands the line and he comes out with lip glosses, because the lip glosses used to be tea. They were such a good formula, and I don't know, I just loved them so bad. And I actually still have them, which is crazy. But let's see, what's next? What's my favorite kind of music? This is gonna sound super cliche, but my favorite kind of music is R&B. I love all types of music though, like all genres: jazz, hip hop, pop. You be kind of losing me at EDM. I don't listen to EDM. I'm so sorry, but yeah, that's where you lose me. But other than that, like, I pretty much like everything else. There's nothing that I really don't like, you know? What was I doing? Oh. Next, we're gonna use the Sephora Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder. Alyssa Ashley put me onto this years ago, and I never stopped using it. It's so good. It just makes everything on your face so seamless. I just love being a girl. Like, I would not want to be a boy in no lifetime. What? That's crazy. Even though girls be going through a lot of stuff, like, I just love being girly. I love being a girl. I love doing all the stuff that we do to get ready and to look pretty. It's just chef's kiss. Next, I'm gonna do my eyebrows, but I need to wipe them off first because I'm I'm sure they have like makeup on them and I don't want them to look crusty, so give me a second. Okay, I wiped them off. Clearly they look crazy. And actually before I do that, I'm just gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow. So I have a liquid eyeshadow that I took a sample of. Y'all know me and samples go together real bad. I'm gonna use one of the Danessa Myricks liquid eyeshadows. It's just like, I think it's called like Nude 11 or Nude 8 or something like that. And I'm just gonna put it on my lid just to have something there. It's a nudish brown color. And I'll probably put maybe like a glitter over it. It's just gonna make my eyelid all one color, like a brown. Well, not like a brown, it is a brown. Do you see that or you don't see that? Yeah, I like that. And then I'll add, you know what I really need is one of those little makeup palettes that you like hold in your hand. Yeah, I need one of those for at home. Okay, I'm gonna get my Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette and just put a little bit of like shadow and glitter on there. But this is still gonna be brown eyeshadow. I'm not doing nothing too crazy. Okay, so we're just gonna do this color right here of the Ethereal Eyes Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette. And we're just gonna pack it. Like, it's not even gonna be like crazy. Just to give it a little bit of dimension. You guys want to know what too? I'm so proud of the Knicks for winning the finals or the championship. Basketball is the sport that I know the most about, and it's not even a lot, so like don't try to come for me because it's not that deep. But I keep up with basketball very minimally, but I understand that sport the most over like football or soccer or baseball. And I am really proud of them for winning the finals, and I was super happy for New York. I just feel like they deserved it. It had been 53 years since they won a championship, which is crazy. So them winning, I know they're just like so elated. Like I would be, honestly. You wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna use my pinky and I'm gonna take this glitter shade in the middle row, and I'm just gonna use my finger. Like, I'm not really that great with eyeshadow, so I just be doing the bare minimum. Perfect. Good enough. Okay. Now, what's next? Let me check my under eye. Oh yeah, that needs to be reset. Sometimes you do have to go back in with the powder and like make sure you really get it. Cause the last thing I want to do is leave the house with the under eye that is not set properly. Because it's like I can't fix it once I leave, you know? I don't bring makeup out the house. If it's not the lip combo, it's not coming with me. I don't bring no powder. I don't bring none of that. I feel like that's doing too much. Okay, and then we can do, we're gonna set the under eye and then we're gonna do eyeshadow under at the bottom. This is the powder mail. I used this yesterday and I don't know, it was a little weird, so we're gonna try it again. Oh, I need to do my eyebrows. Hold, stop the press. We're gonna use the Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. I typically don't do that much to my eyebrows. I just feel like eyebrows were such a big deal in like 2016, 2017 that I don't be having time for the bowl no more. Like, I'm not drawing on a whole eyebrow. Like, I'm not. I'm sorry. So I just use the brow gel and fill it in some. Another crazy fun fact is that I have not gotten my eyebrows done by like a professional in like 4 years, literally. It's been so long. And I kind of want to grow them out and get them done for when I go to New York, you know? But we'll see what ends up happening, because every time I find somebody to do them, I just don't go. I just be like, I'll just do it myself. I don't care. So we'll see what happens. And then I'm gonna use the Anastasia Archie Brow. This is such a good brow pencil, by the way. It's one of my faves. And then I typically don't fill in the beginning of my eyebrow. I feel like that's a little bit excessive. I just fill in like the middle and the tail. Because you don't want it to look like a block, you know? So just go from the middle down. And my eyebrows don't look perfect ever. You know how they say, oh, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins? Mine be cousins sometimes. Like, I don't know. And one of my eyebrows has like a higher arch than the other one. I call it my Beyonce brow. So, yeah. But I feel like they look decent. Okay, now we're gonna set the face. And you always want to set your face before you do mascara. Especially if you're not using waterproof mascara, you definitely need to set it prior to. Okay. Maybe I just put too much last time. And then I'm gonna go in with the Kosas. This is the cloud set. I really like this actually. What's the next question? Who is my favorite music artist? Beyonce. I know, so cliche. It's Beyonce and it's actually Rihanna as well. Rihanna just haven't dropped no music. When I was in high school, I was the biggest Rihanna fan ever. Nobody could tell me nothing. And people used to try to talk shit about me because I loved Rihanna. Like, I was like a huge Rihanna fan. And I used to be going back and forth with them because why are you worried about me liking Rihanna? Like, please. But yeah, it used to get... it used to get real serious. But yeah, I really like her. I went to my first concert of hers that I went to, I was like a junior in high school, and I begged my mom to pay for the ticket so I could go with my friend and her stepmom. And I had the time of my life. I was so thankful for that. But yeah, my favorite artists are definitely Rihanna and Beyonce. So cliche, but very valid. I would say my favorite rapper. Do I have a favorite rapper? I do like Jay-Z. And I do just like rap in general. I like Kendrick. I like Drake. I like Young Thug. His last album though I was like not a huge fan of, but I do still like his music. I like Future. I like everybody. I don't know if there's anybody that I just dislike, or if there is, like, I can't think of it right now because I don't be having people that I don't like on my brain. But yeah, to the other eye. Oh, I am using the Fenty mascara in the Hella Thick mascara in the shade Cause I'm Black. And on the bottom lashes, I'm gonna use the Fenty Brown mascara in the shade Let's Be Blunt. Her mascaras are so good. I remember when she released her first mascara, oh, I hated it. And I'm so glad that she like redid it, because this, mind you, she redid it like years ago. But I really love this mascara. This is a fave for sure. It just does so well on my lashes, at least. Can't speak for anybody else, but I really like it. And I'm not a girl who wears false eyelashes. Like, I've worn them before, but I don't do it frequently. And so I love mascara down, like, please. The next question is what are my hobbies? My hobbies are dilly-dallying, shopping, and going to concerts. Do those count? I would say they do. I would say that they do. I have been trying to get into like reading more, like being a more avid reader. So I guess, you know, that could be considered a hobby. And yeah, I just like dilly-dallying with my friends, hanging out all day. I don't like partying though. I don't want to party. I don't want to get drunk every day. Every once in a while, okay, cool. But I just like to chill, hang out, and dilly-dally. Like, that is the definition of dilly-dally. And I love a concert. I think so far this year, it's June, I've been to maybe like six concerts, maybe. Let me think. Sam Henshaw, Elmine, Miguel, Wale, Mariah the Scientist. I'm going to see Don Toliver July 1st. I'm seeing Jay-Z in October. I'm going to see Olivia Dean in August. That's 8 already, and I think I'm missing some. So yeah, I love a concert. I love a concert, please. Love a concert. I thought about going to see A$AP Rocky, but I don't have no business at an A$AP Rocky concert, honestly. It's so funny because my first time seeing A$AP Rocky was when he was opening for Rihanna on her Diamonds World Tour. Or was that Travis Scott? No, that was A$AP. Because then she did the Anti-Tour, and I think that was Travis Scott. It's such a dangerous game doing bottom mascara because you don't want it to get on your under eye. Okay, the next question is, what is my dream car? My dream car is a BMW X6. I will have it. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm gonna get it. Mark my words. The next question is, do I prefer texting or calling? It depends on who the person is, really. And honestly, it depends on what you have to say. Because if it's important, don't text my phone. If it's important, don't text my phone unless you call me and I don't answer. And if it's that important and you call me and I don't answer, you need to leave a voicemail. We are grown, okay? Like, please, don't play games with me. But it really does depend on who it is that I'm talking to, on if I want to text you or call you. Sometimes I do feel like stuff can be a text, and if I'm in the mood to talk on the phone, then we can. If I'm not, call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. I wish we still had pagers. Honestly, I really do. I feel like that was a good way to communicate with people. Oh, you need me to call you? Okay, I'll call you. Like, you could just page me. You know? I don't know. Bring back pagers. What is something that I think is highly overrated? That's the next question. And honestly, I would say Din Tai Fung. Now, I don't think Din Tai Fung is nasty. But do I think the hype outweighs how good it is? Yes. And they opened one in Arizona, And they were just doing entirely too much with the reservations. Like, they would open the reservation every Sunday at midnight. Are y'all good? Like, this is not a concert. Open up all these reservations so people could just pick what they want and not have to hurry up and try to get onto your website at midnight on a Sunday. And try to schedule a reservation. Are y'all good? It was never that serious for these dumplings. Like, please. Yeah, I'm not a Din Tai Fung hater because I do go there. I've been there multiple times and they are good. But I don't think that they need to be doing their reservations like that. It's not that serious. What's my favorite city? I think I said this already, but right, it is LA. When I go to New York, that could change. So yeah, I love LA so bad. I really want to go to New Orleans too, though I haven't been there before, and I want to go there to eat. I want to go there just for the food, like seriously. I also want to go to Mexico City, so you know, the possibilities are endless. Okay, I'm almost done with my makeup and I'm done with my Q&A, so let's talk about Love Island. Okay, episode 14. Was I gagged? No. Honestly, I was not. I do think that Soul did a good job telling Sincere that he is a liar, because he definitely is. But I just don't think that it landed for me as good as it could have, because she should have told him he was a liar 3 days ago when Jen pied him and said, you may be sincere but you're not honest, and when she told her to her face that she should watch out because you see what he's doing to Melanie, and you know, like, he just has like a pattern. And I don't know if Soul thought that she was like above a man's behavior, like she was the exception to the behavior, but a woman is never a woman is never the exception to a man's behavior that he has exemplified as a pattern. So if he's doing it to her, he'll do it to you. He might not do it right now, he might not do it tomorrow, he might not do it next week, but he's gonna eventually do it to you, because that is a character flaw. And I feel like Sincere does have a character flaw, and his character flaw is lying. Like, he is a liar. And I do feel like she did a good job telling him off. I just don't feel like it landed as good as it should have, because she should have told him off 3 days ago. But she was just being a little bit naive, and I can't really fault her for that because she is young. But you know, it's just like, maybe this was just like a lesson for her, an eye-opener, whatever. And I do feel like as a bombshell, she didn't necessarily do the job that she came in there to do. She only talked to Sincere. Granted, Sincere was taking up her time, but I feel like on the first night, she should have pulled everybody that she wanted to talk to, and she didn't. She wanted the guys to flock to her, but this is not the real world where the women don't typically approach the man. This is Love Island, and you're coming in as a bombshell. You should have pulled everybody that you wanted to talk to that night, honestly. So, you know, it's just like a catch-22, and I do feel like she's a little bit too sensitive to be in this pressure cooker environment. So I feel like maybe it's good for her, that she went home. I did not care about Gabe going home. I'm so sorry. It was, I don't know. I've seen some people complaining about him going home, and I'm just like, please. He was too freaked out. You was humping in the bed. Jen was giving you fellatio. Like, what? Please, this is too much. And do y'all not have families? Y'all get on this show acting crazy like y'all don't have families at home. The last thing I'm finna do is let my mama see me humping on national television. What? Yeah, they be taking it too far. And I feel like the girls actually had a valid reason of sending Gabe home. It's the fact that they didn't think that he would ever be satisfied. And I do think that that is true. Like, you have been jumping from girl to girl. You are kissing on, humping on, doing all this crazy stuff with every girl that you come into contact with. And it gets to a point. It really does. It gets to a point, and he needed to be stopped. So I don't really see him going home as an issue, but whatever. Yeah, the guys are like super mad. Oh, we're not gonna make you breakfast tomorrow. First of all, that's weird. That's weird, and that's rich coming from you, freaking Zach. Since you be all up in everybody else's business. I didn't like that at all. For blush, I'm gonna use the Housewives blush in the shade Fire Moon. I've never used this brush as a blush brush, but it's gonna have to be what it is today. And I'm actually just gonna use this blush too. I was gonna layer them, but I don't even feel like it. This is not having no color payoff. What's going on? I think it's this brush is too big. Alright, that's good. For lips, I'm gonna do, I need to hurry up because my camera's dying. But for lips, I'm gonna do something simple. But yeah, I wasn't really like overly sad for Soul going home. I feel like I kind of wanted her to stick it out or see her, you know, be in Casa, but it's not really the end of the world that she's not. But it would have been nice to see, I guess, you know. Did I mention that I have no idea what I'm wearing? Well, I'm mentioning it now, and I don't. But yeah, what else happened that episode? Really nothing. Nothing that was like, oh, we didn't get Kenzie out the house, but leave it up to the Islanders to vote incorrectly. But the thing is that people be so upset about the Islanders not sending home who we want them to send home, but the Islanders don't know what's going on for real. Like, they can't see what we can see. They can't see that Kenzie's two-faced as hell and crazy and weird and fetishizing Corbin. Like, they can't see that. So I always thought that if the Islanders had the choice of who was going home, it wasn't going to be Kenzie. Okay, what lip gloss do I put on? Hold on. You know, I love a gloss. My lip gloss bag. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to just use my Natasha Denona. This lip gloss is so tea. So tea. Like, do you see that? This is the Natasha Denona lip gloss in the shade, it's her high gloss in the shade Lush Lila. Yeah. I love it so bad. It's a fave. Alright, if you've stuck around with me this long, thank you so much for watching, and please leave a blue heart in the comments if you made it to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.